So another question here. If you had a chance to meet someone in history, who would that be and why? And what one question would you ask them? Paul?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I imagine I could think about this for a long time and come up with a lot of things. And I don't know why this person just popped into my head, but she did. And I know that she was a master in her field, and I think that there's something about playfulness and joy and expression and creativity that I like to do more of in my life. Now, Martha Graham was a fantastic dancer, and I feel that if I could go back and ask her, how would you impart that spirit into other people to help them feel that joy and find that expressiveness, I'd like to know the answer to that question.
Thank you. All right, so now I'm actually on the spot. I get to be my own table topics master and come up with the next question as we speak. So what I was thinking of is there are many things I'd like to invent, and I'm always creating new ideas and thinking, oh, what if I could invent that, and what if I could invent that? So my question would be, is there something that you would like to invent? And if so, tell us what that would be. Tabitha?
Thank you. Okay, I had to invent something. I would probably invent a time machine so I could go back in time and fix mistakes I might have made, or go forward in time to see what would happen if I, let's say, became a professional dancer, or if I didn't, what would happen. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. That's great. Okay, so another thing I was thinking about is I love watching movies. And there's so many different actors and actresses that I would love to meet. So who would you like to meet in, whether it's one of our Hollywood stars or somebody that we see, an Olympian, whoever that might be, come up and tell us about that. Thank you. Sarita?
Well, let me see what I can do here.
Thank you.
I'm in frame. Who would I like to meet? My favorite actors change all the time, and actually my favorite actors are not actors, they're people in documentaries.
Great.
And I think one of the most interesting people I've seen, she was a woman, actually I think she's passed away. Errol Morris, who's a famous documentarian, made a series of interviews that he called First Person. And he interviewed a woman who was the head of a museum in, I think it's Philadelphia. And the museum was all manner of human oddities. And, babies with two heads, just very horrifying things, yet, when I saw the interview with her, she wasn't at all interested in the grotesque. She was interested in showing what is the variation we find among us. And somehow she made this museum seem not voyeuristic, but transcendent. And so I would love to meet her and have an in-depth conversation with her, and unfortunately it's too late.
Thank you. I think we have time for one more question here. As I think about my next question and my next guest to come up here and answer, Many years ago, I participated in a ladies rock and roll band camp. Once again, another one of my dreams was to be a musician of some kind. So I decided I wanted to be the singer in my group, which I have no experience in singing. So what I'd like to ask you to think about is, if you could play in a band, what would you play? And then tell us why. Please?
Yeah, thank you, Madam Toastmaster, or Madam Table Toastmaster. If I could play in a band, the one instrument that I'd like to play is the sax, because it looks like a fun instrument to play. It looks pretty easy, and I'd like to try new things, and it seems easy to play. I mean, if Bill Clinton can do it, why can't I?
Thank you very much. All right, thank you. I'll hand it back over. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Christy. Wasn't that a great job Christy did? I'm still thinking about answers to all those questions that I want to respond to. I like Tabitha's answer. If I had a wish from the genie, I was going to say a stopwatch, so I could suspend time and then do whatever I wanted for a while and then start it up again. That's a lot of fun. Thank you for all those great topics.